Have you ever met a lunch lady that could give you fashion tips? Neither have I. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. Here we are again for a story time. I actually told you guys in my last story time, we had actually touched on this little situation, and I told you guys that I would actually do a story time about the time that basically the lunch lady at the school decided to give me fashion tips. Okay, so let me build a little background for you. Let me build it all up for you. So this happened literally before I actually started working at the school. Okay, so I wasn't working at the school, but my oldest son was actually in school. This was his kindergarten year. Okay, so let's go to, and he's 13 now. So this has been quite a while since this happened. He's 13, but at the time he was what, 6, getting ready to be 7. He's graduating from kindergarten. We're all excited, and my son, he didn't really care, about what he was going to wear, but all he knew was that Daddy was making it, and he was nervous about whether or not it was going to get done. Now I don't know what that was all about, but nervous about, I mean, just aggravated me all the way up until the Daddy, are you sure you're going to get done? Are you sure? You sure you don't want to go by it? I'm like, boy, go away from me. I've been doing this for years. Go away. So that was that. But what I decided to do, I decided to put my baby into white and black, is what it turned out to be. It was white and black. I knew what I wanted. I designed it, made it from scratch, and here is a picture. Okay, so that's Trayvon. That's my baby. That's what he wore for kindergarten graduation. So um, I had a good rapport with everybody at the school. For the most part, I haven't had any problems. Everybody knew me anyway because they knew me from the neighborhood anyhow. Nothing like that. Never had any problems. Now, one thing I've always said, and again about me, you and I can do real, real well. Real, real well. Don't, let me get up here close so you can see. Don't. Don't mess with my money. Don't mess with my mother. And don't fuck with my kids. And we be all right. Okay. Cool. And that's it. You do better. Child, attack me. Say what you want to say. I don't care about any of that stuff. Child, you name it, I've been called it. So I'm fine with all that. But don't say that to my mother. Don't say that to my kids. And please, please, don't fuck with my coins, okay? And we be all right. Well, day of graduation. Graduation is already taking place. It's done. We've ran all around. My child's running around in this white suit, and it was, when I think back on it, and I actually did it differently with the second child than I did with the first one because it was kind of mean. Because that's like, you gotta get your, take your pictures and that. And after graduation, they had like punch and cookies and stuff, and I was like, you could have a cookie, but you cannot have any punch. Fuck the punch. You can't have no punch. And child, so I would, Dad, don't take you to McDonald's, child. You get high C and all that good shit. But until you take that white suit off, no punch. Again, when you know better, you do better. But I drug him right on out through it. Listen, buddy, ain't gonna be no punch. So we're leaving the actual festivities. Now, the lunch lady, she comes flying because again, the school itself, I can't even say it no better way. Schools basically are like Peyton places, okay? There's always chitter chatter. No matter what grade you're talking about, there's always chitter chatter. So everybody knew, everybody knows me in the neighborhood, so they knew that I would be sewing for the baby, and they wanted to see what was this baby going to wear. And then, just to elaborate, you have to keep in mind, I've been asked some really stupid questions over the years when it comes to me raising my children um, in the school setting, off the record, sometimes on the record, and I always have a snazzy answer. I've literally been asked, do are you raising your kids to be gay? And what type of an answer do you think you would actually get for a question like that?
Oh yes, I'm not child. Yes, I'm raising my son to be gay, honey. He ain't wearing no overalls. The hell with that. He wearing tutus, bitch. All pink for that boy, honey. I'm not putting him in no blue stuff. What you talking about?
Foolishness. Absolute foolishness. Stupid shit like that. Who raises their kids to be gay? Do you raise yours to be straight? You're just raising kids in general, and whatever the fuck the kid has, you're going to deal with. So I've actually had some dumb questions, that are posed that I kind of, it didn't catch me that far off guard. So it was what, dumb shit. I'm telling you, I could tell y'all stories, dumb shit.
Do you think it's okay to put your kids in pink? Do you think it's okay for them to wear this? Do you think it's okay? What about yellow? Do you think yellow's okay for a boy?
Don't you? The fuck out of here. A mess. People are a hot mess. So it was always that thing. There was this little situation about what it was going to be like. And I'm like, I know what the bottom line of that all is. But we gonna roll with it. So here she comes. Lunch lady cat. She comes across out front. I'm standing outside. I'm talking to a friend of mine, and we're getting ready to leave. Me and my boys getting ready to leave. And she comes flying. Oh, Trayvon, let me see what you have on. Oh my God, you look so nice. Now, meanwhile, she lives close. Most of the time, the lunch people and whoever works in the school generally does live in the neighborhood. You're not at graduation. You missed graduation altogether. You're not at work. You've brought your nebby ass to the school to see who's wearing what, who did. They are 6 and 7-year-old children, okay? But whatever. So she's going through all of this, and it was like, she's like, oh, he looks real nice. And I'm like, okay, thank you. And then shit went left. She said, but you could have kept those little stones, whatever that is on there. You could have kept those though. Beg pardon? Beg pardon. And I'm standing there. My friend is standing there. And of course, me and my mouth. So right away, I said, no, I couldn't have kept them because I designed the outfit as you already know. So I intended for them to be there. The exact same way that you intended to leave that one tooth hanging and all the rest of your shit's gone. You intended to keep that. I intended to have that little stone on there. Everybody got what they wanted. So my friend who's standing there says, Chef, and that's my nickname. Everybody calls me Chef. Chef. Now where did I get lost in the sauce? Because why are you approaching me? See, this is another thing that really irritates the fuck out of me. When you're playing those games, because I could cut quick and I could cut deeper, don't come for me. Don't try to stop me. Now she's sitting there with this blank look on her face like,
I cannot believe you just fucking insulted me like that.
and keep in mind, of course, the lunch lady, she's older than my mother. But I don't really care. I don't really care because last I checked, I take care of me and I was taking care of 2 fucking children. Which means, bitch, I am just as old as you are. I'm just as grown as you are. Not as old as you are, but I'm just as grown as you are. People run into that problem all the time. People who are grown are just that. They are grown. You don't get respect if you don't give respect. Okay? Fuck all that. You ain't had no business being smart. And so now you're in a position, and whenever I came at her, I was ready to go there. I'd have read her all the way down to the ground. She just left it alone. She's like, all right, well, Well, I was like, girl, go get some punch and cookies, honey. I grabbed my baby by the hand and off I went. And my friends walking behind me. But Shaq, oh, I can't believe you said that to her. And I told her, and I'm, now my voice carries anyway. I'm like, fuck her. Fuck her. That bitch didn't care nothing about my feelings when she said what she said. She didn't give a fuck about how my child felt when she said what she said. He probably didn't even get the ramifications of it all. But all in all, ain't nobody asked her to come over here trying to pick out his fashions. Who the fuck are you, Gloria Vanderbilt, bitch? And I just was like so done with it. Like, it was a personal attack. It was an attack. It didn't make a difference. The way she said it, like I had him studied out like Liberace or something. Had it been anyone else, and y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Had it been anybody else, any regular straight parent, you would have paid no attention to whatever it was. You'd have just said it was nice or what nice. You wouldn't have been nitpicking through it and trying to what could be left on or what could be left off and all that old bullshit. I'm always paying attention to what's being said as well as what's not being said. And trust me, you'll never get over on me with what's not being said. What you will get is cussed the fuck out. And that was that. And me and the lunch lady, we ain't got no problems. Everything was cool. She walks around and acts like it never happened. I walk around and act like it never happened. I definitely told my mother what had actually happened. But it didn't matter because really, y'all have heard Miss Patty, honey, and if she would actually approach Miss Patty about it, it would have been something even uglier than child. Listen, anyway. But yeah, she acts just like it didn't happen and act like it didn't happen. Ain't no problem. That's a slight case of backpedaling and pussy popping. But yeah, when people are throwing little slight jabs at you, jab them the fuck back. You'd be surprised how it stops them in their track because they're so used to catching people off guard saying that smart shit and getting away with it. Not with this boy. Not about my kids. Definitely not. No, ma'am. So, that's that. That was it. That's what happened. The time when Lunch Lady tried it, honey. All right, y'all. So, on that, thanks again for watching another story time, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace.